Okay. Alright, y'all, I'm back with the Leo monthly readings, love readings. So we're gonna keep this shout under 30 minutes or whatever the case may be. Cause I told y'all I'm gonna keep it a bean, keep it rolling or whatever the case may be. Some of y'all may be ready to shoot y'all shot, or maybe trying to get into a relationship, or trying to get somebody to necessarily understand you. You may have some. Is this nigga you may you may have somebody on the prowl that you necessarily scoping. That's what it kind of gets me though. Or you could be necessarily doing something for a partner. I don't know. Could be with money type matters or whatever the case may be. Don't know. Could be working. Could be time management. I don't know. It kind of gives me like the era of surprise, like trying to do something. That's why I said Seven of Swords. Ooh, let's see what that's about. God dang. Seven of Swords. We gonna see what this about. Because at once upon a time, y'all kept getting the Seven of Swords energy. And I did not like that. Or whatever the case may be. Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a stripper. Who's a stripper? I'm just playing. Somebody come get her. That's necessarily in my head. Y'all trying to spice it up in the bedroom? Mm-hmm. Somebody come get her. She dancing like a stripper. I just want this Seven of Swords to go away, and it just won't. Like, what is it? Like, something saying if it come out again, snatch that bitch off. All right, okay, let me stop playing. But that's what the energy was, though. That I was thinking of. Temperance on the bottom of the deck. Some of y'all may be at peace with yourselves or trying to find it. Nine of Wands. I'm going to protect my peace by all necessary. That could be going on. But let's see what's going on in y'all love readings. Ooh, y'all got the Magician. Please don't tell me y'all into some type of magic. Please don't. Or y'all may be giving somebody the illusion that you this. Lord, please don't. Please, please, please don't be in that magic bullshit. Please don't. Y'all know how I feel about them damn stupid ass love spells. That's like totally something that I'm against. Like dead ass. Alright. On the bottom of the deck, you got Ace of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Queen of Cups. That's why I said it seems like y'all had something on the prowl, or you trying to build something long-lasting, though, like secretly, or whatever the case may be. I don't know, because you got Ace of Cups, you got Ten of Pentacles, Hierophant, Queen of Cups. It just gives me like somebody that's already self-made and established, like looking for something, or whatever the case may be. You kind of like, okay, where's the girl of my dreams? Where's the guy of my dreams? It just gives me that type of energy where somebody may be looking for. And it's not coming from that necessity, because I tell you the Queen of Pentacles, it look like somebody's more focused on like career and other type of shit or whatever the case may be. So that's necessary direction that you could be going in, or I don't know. But I told you it could be flip-sided, though, because you got the Magician reverse. So you could be going into a relationship, which is cool, having somebody to stay with and bond with, but it's kind of like, what else? It's kind of like somebody's looking for something low-key or doing like some type of sneaky links or whatever, but it's the Magician means that somebody's not all in. Somebody come get her. Stop. I don't know why that's in my head, though. Okay, overall mood. Oh, I didn't get y'all a card. We're just going to pull one from the top. What's the overall mood? Woo! Overall mood is the Queen of Goddamn Swords reverse. That's why I said somebody shooting they shot aggressively, or I just feel like you just cussing a bitch out. Or it could be the way that you go into a partner or something like that, like aggressive or whatever. Like, I notice in my fair share path, certain men don't like aggressive type women, but ask me, do I care? Anywho, you got the Magician being reversed, though. I think I don't like that. Hopefully you're not into love spells at this type of moment. You could do love. You can do like spells to draw love to you. You get what I'm saying? But snatching somebody free will, I'm kind of side. I'm kind of like, no ma'am. Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups being reversed, and the Hangman being here. For me, if you is dealing with somebody, it just gives me like you're recuperating, or the idea of something. Like the Magician is somebody who appeals to somebody to be something that they are not. And it's kind of like, I think in the last couple of readings, y'all had like heart chakra type problems, the awakening, or whatever the case may be, where you hear me say that's like dealing with anxiety, apathism, breathing problems, sinuses, like all the different types of good shit that comes on with this or whatever. So it's kind of like Seven of Cups type energy. That's why I said it's kind of like the illusion of being that something is okay when it's really not. The Magician's just trying to do everything they can. If you is, it just gives me like y'all possibly dealing with a toxic ass ex that keep coming back and telling you shit that's like, oh, we gonna work it out, I love you, and da 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 da, like nigga telling you all this different types of bullshit, and you kind of like, bitch, I know you're not gonna commit, I'm just here for the sex. That may be real personal for somebody, but anywho, you got Ace of Wands, the Fool, and the Moon being here as well. And the Empress, though, that's what I said. Either y'all are waiting or trying to move towards somebody or allowing somebody to come into your life, or you know what I'm saying, like this olive branch that you trying to extend to somebody or whatever the case may be. But it's kind of like the Empress. Some of y'all got doubts or a little bit insecure about it or whatever the case may be. Necessary that somebody has changed or going in love or whatever the case may be. I think some of y'all possibly have manifested certain type of lovers and you finally get into the brinks like, oh shit, I really don't have it all. Like, do they necessarily know? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that type of energy, like, do they know? Like, do they really know? Okay, anywho, you got the Strength being here, Page of Pentacles, and the King of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it just gives me that though. Like I said, either y'all was fucking out with a toxic ass ex and y'all finally cussed their ass out and you just letting them know, or you got cussed the fuck out by a Queen of Swords. That's basically saying, nigga, I just came here to fuck or whatever the case be. I'm sorry. Whew. That's possibly what it was. Somebody doing something like that. Somebody doing something, an idea of that type of character though, or you possibly lost money behind the person or whatever the case may be, or going like, that's what it kind of gives me though. Wait a minute, we're going to see what's coming about. Four of Swords and the Page of Swords. Either somebody is getting over you or you getting over somebody, and it's kind of like this idea of speaking up. Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords is kind of like somebody that already got their shit together, that's independent, or whatever the case may be. You may be on a prowl wondering like, who's going to accept me and my child, or whatever the case may be, going through those type of worries, like wondering if somebody has the capacity to be able to covet you the way you need them to covet you, or whatever the case may be. Because over here with the Four of Pentacles and the King of Wands, you were possibly dating men or women who gave off the illusion that they were kind of like financially stable, or they were just all in. And this is what it was like with people who you possibly was dating. They could have been the King of Wands, but necessarily they was the Page of Pentacles. So it's kind of like they wasn't in to commit or necessarily be there, or you could have been this, or whatever the case may be. Like somebody who wasn't there to commit, somebody who is just hard to focus or get them down, because it's kind of like that Page of Pentacles type energy. That's too much fiery goddamn energy. Let me say that though. So somebody could be very reactive a lot. Reactive. Somebody don't know how to ground their fire energy. Queen of Wands, that's why I said somebody was lying, putting y'all in an old nasty situation, because you got Queen of Swords, King and Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. That's why I said some of y'all necessarily just don't give a fuck no more. King and Queen of Wands, that's two fire signs that's possible was together. And you got an air sign being here as well. By the way, somebody come get her. Why is that in my head, y'all? The wind blowing. Wait a minute. You got Eight of Swords and a Five of Swords. Another one bites the dust. And another one, boom, boom. I just feels like that's what y'all probably saying. Eight of Swords and you got the Five of Pentacles. I mean the Five of Swords. It ain't no damn Pentacles. Five of Swords being reversed. Somebody feels stuck with somebody. Do one of y'all got like a baby daddy, baby mama, drama type situation where y'all connected to somebody and you got a kid with them, and it's kind of like either you got a kid with somebody or you dating somebody with a kid, and it's kind of like they got you like caught in the middle, like, or whatever the case may be. And the Five of Swords where you kind of just like, yeah, I'm ready to tap the fuck out. Like, that's what it kind of gives me though. Like, I don't know, it kind of gives me like ironically like a single parent that was on a prowl looking for some type of nigga to come in and build with them as well, and necessarily only to recognize that like this nigga bring me more stress than any goddamn thing that I need in my life. Or it could be a male. So ooh, that's a lot. Ooh, shit. That's the Ten of Cups reverse, y'all. I can't move, so let me see. Let me see. I got a dick in between my thigh. One took over. Wait a minute. They got 10 of cups. So let me put that back. Where I got that from? Like that. Put that there, like that. Y'all got 10 of cups reversed. Some of y'all just ain't happy. Like, maybe we do have those dynamics or whatever the case may be. Stop. You do have those dynamics to where people be trying to build the idea of happiness off. Well, we're going to get money together. We're going to do this. And we're just going to be a family. Da-da-da-da. Or whatever. But some of y'all dating that toxic ass nigga. I got Queen of Pentacles being here. Queen of Pentacles also speaks of, though, that's that Jezebel type spirit or whatever the case may be. Like, she takes other people men to a cup. She takes other people men and then necessarily don't feel satisfied with them. Emperor. The Hermit. Some of y'all may be a little Jezebelous. Let me just say that. A little Jezebelous. Ooh. Yeah, that's why I said Hierophant, 3 of Swords. This is some freaky shit here. You got 4 cups. Anywho, what's on the bottom of this deck? Everything is fine. We're gonna set that shit there because it's just getting on my nerves. Ooh, and I almost bent my card up in between my thigh. Damn, I'm gonna know which one it is. Anywho, with the Queen of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Wands and the Hermit and the Hierophant and the 3 of Swords, it just gives me this, is somebody into polygamy? I don't know. I said it kind of gave me like y'all trying to spruce up your goddamn love. Like why I kept saying, somebody come get her. She's dancing like a script. That's what it kind of gave me, though. But Queen of Pentacles, though, she takes people men. Like the way she goes about it in an unconventional type way, he or she probably land themselves in situations with lovers triangles and then wonder like, oh my God, how did I get here? So there may have been the person that you were dating. It may be the person that you were dating or necessarily in a relationship. But some of y'all, the Hierophant mean reverse, that's kind of like unconventional. So some of y'all may be in a polygamous style type relationship. Yeah. Yeah, because you got 2 cards. 2 of Wands and 2 of Wands and the Sun, though. That's why I said some of y'all may be in a polygamous style type relationship. Some people okay with that, though. That's cool, though. But it's kind of like with the Hierophant and 3 of Swords, it's kind of like one of y'all is dealing with a toxic ass ex who keep lying to y'all, and one of y'all about to get cussed out, or somebody gonna cuss y'all the fuck out. Ooh! Somebody gonna cuss you out, or you gonna cuss them out, or whatever the case may be. Queen of Pentacles just speaks to somebody that's not necessarily just there. Like, they got the house, they got the car, they just this. It's kind of like, okay, I'm just here for a fun time. Like, that's what it kind of gives me, though. Like, somebody left some surety. Because 10 of Pentacles is just necessary, the foundation. So, somebody left. The King and Queen of Wands. Like, somebody left for the Queen of Pentacles. You got Tower in reverse. Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a stripper. By the way. Alright, let me stop. 8 of Pentacles, the Justice, the 6 of Cups, and the 2 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Some of y'all trying to avoid going down like a karmic type path. And situations, y'all may be experiencing situations that you have experienced in the past. So some of y'all may be taking your time with certain people or situations or relationships because you trying to not do the same thing like you did. For some of y'all, it's work. Y'all might be dating a partner like who works too much, or you may work too much, or whatever the case may be, and it just brings no balance. Like somebody looking, recognizing that going forward in their dating life, like they don't necessarily have time for love, as well as their partners don't have time for love as well. So I think that's kind of like the big thing. So it's kind of like if you're in a relationship, it's just 2 partners that's doing 2 different things at the moment, or whatever the case may be. But this here looks like if it's not communicated in those type of moments, if it is, somebody is trying to avoid to say, oh, well, let me go back to the past. You know, like, let me go back to the past. Because I know my little freak bitch was on I'm sorry. My little freak bitch was on I was going to say, which side? Page of Wands. But that's why I said, it's kind of like somebody trying to avoid, like, where is it? Oh, 3 cups. No, I said, somebody trying to avoid, like, the ladder somebody's trying to avoid in the sense of them being happiness. Like if somebody's in a relationship now, it's kind of like your partner may be going through some sort of midlife crisis. Leo, I said this in y'all reading March, January. I said that though. It seemed like one of y'all was going through a midlife type crisis, and I said y'all partner needs to tap the fuck in, because I was like, it's looking like you looking for something outside the connection. It's not another person, but that could lead to somebody swaying outside the connection and then coming back and saying, oh, I'm sorry for doing this, or whatever the case may be, because they knew that cheating wasn't necessarily right, but they thought it was the best thing to do at that moment, and to still leave and be like, I don't feel emotionally satisfied. Sorry. Seven of Pentacles. Yep. It's kind of like somebody trying to avoid, or whatever the case may be. But some of y'all dating some karmics like a motherfucker, though. Like some of y'all learning like some great ass lessons, though. Because the magician here is trying to teach somebody that, hey, you really don't... Six of Pentacles, though. I think for some of y'all, you hear me say, though, some of y'all fucking around with them love spells. I will say that, though. Like, y'all possibly could have put something in somebody's food or whatever the case may be. Y'all really have with the Seven of Pentacles, because that speaks of growing or whatever. Somebody could have put something on something or whatever the case may be, and they recognizing that, like, the power situation that they have over them is kind of, like, distasteful for them, and somebody want to deal necessarily. They really do. Somebody wants to deal with the Six of Pentacles. For some of y'all, you hear me say, the person that's trying not to. Some of y'all walking out those sense of karmics or whatever the case may be. Y'all really is. I'm sorry, though. Because I'm really cutting the fuck up right now. Yeah, it's certain things that needs to change. I don't know if it's somebody else that's trying to go through like a transformation, or you trying to go through a transformation, but it's kind of like somebody got like some harsh endings with people or friends or connections and certain things in their life at this moment. They really are, though, because you got the King of Cups. Oh, but yeah, I said some of y'all basically going through some type of some transformations and some endings that need to happen so somebody can learn how to be emotionally fulfilled. You got the Five of Wands and the High Priestess as well being here, so it's kind of like secretly somebody knows that they need to do better, or secretly that a situation is not fitting for them. Because you have the necessarily Three of Wands, you have the Judgment, and the Six of Swords. So it's kind of like being able to move forward, but it's kind of like somebody wants to be free from a sense of the past. So it could be old connections, old lovers. It just gives me like a fling or whatever the case may be. If you connected in a marriage or whatever the case may be. I told y'all months ago, it looked like y'all was going through some sort of identity crisis, and you was trying to find what necessarily makes you happy. But, I'm finna wrap up this reading because I'm about to move to the back, because, you know, Knight of Cups type energy or whatever around me, and just necessary. Let's get on my fucking nerves. I'm telling y'all, baby, let these checks start ringing in from fucking YouTube. I wish somebody would ask me for a fucking dime. Sorry, I had to insert that into y'all shit. But every time I'm trying to do a reading, everybody want to revert back to the past, but they be the most first motherfucker to hit my goddamn line about they side. Whoa, about they self going on trying to get a free damn reading. Do y'all have to deal with that, though? Do y'all, though? For people who is readers or entrepreneur type shit or different, like when you first started out, you had to deal with people who didn't believe in your idea of your craft, and then when you start flexing your shit, that's when people was like, oh, well, yeah. And then over time you had to deal with like minor annoyances. Yeah. Anywho, necessary. Let me hear him wrap y'all reading up, though. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, but I meant every word. Necessary. I don't even know why I'm saying I'm sorry. Who says that a lot? I don't know. Is that somebody telling somebody that? Because I don't say that a lot. Unless I'm copying off what you call ass off social media, when she be like, I'm sorry, but I meant every word. Like, that's the only time I copy off of. Who the fuck keeps saying I'm sorry? Because it really gets on my nerves. Like, who says that? Like, it's kind of like when it comes to you speaking your sense of truth or being able to do something, or somebody communicates to you, or a partner. I don't know if it's somebody trying to get back in with somebody that they keep saying, I'm sorry, because Knight of Cups, they regret a decision. So it could be somebody that's leaving the relationship that doesn't know how to deal with pressure or know how to do the gauge within themselves. So it's kind of like when the past comes up, or a situation with their soul awakening, it's kind of like a person does certain shit and then they turn around and say, I'm sorry. Because you got the Four of Wands and the Emperor, so it's kind of like this is this person where the connection they have, somebody that's not, it's not grounded. Like I tell you, it's not grounded. Like somebody, it's too fiery. It's too much fire energy. And you have Six of Wands and the Nine of Cups, so it could be the people around you. You hear me? So I don't know, but it just gives me like somebody going through some sense of transformation. It could be with friends or people, because you got the Sun. That's kind of like happiness moments in your life, because you got Page of Wands with the Three of Cups. It's kind of like y'all got, it's kind of like that's good news, goodness that comes in. But with the Three of Cups, it's kind of like, and the Six of Pentacles, it's kind of like, I don't like it. You go, I necessarily don't like it though. It's kind of like maybe somebody's not necessarily happy for you, or somebody has. I tell you, it's kind of like some of y'all Leos got that Jezebel type spirit though. Y'all really do. And some of y'all learning like some harsh ass lessons from lovers and people. But this Four of Wands though, it could be somebody, you hear me say, that's like emotionally abusive or mentally abusive or physically. You could be physically abusive if you are. If you're in domestic violence, please seek help. The number is right here. Just pretend it's right there. My editing skills is not that subpar. It's not. It's subpar. It really is. But it just gives me like somebody who constantly apologizes over and over and over again. And it's kind of like, what's the, like, some of y'all gonna learn how to stop talking to people about what goes on in the connection or the relationship though. Or just about certain shit that you keep seeing flaring up. Like, some people gotta learn that it's just not, I'm not talking about it no more. Like, that's what sometimes you have to gotta do. And it's not cutting a partner off if you are in a relationship and y'all come into that volatile type moments. But if it goes past that point to where both of y'all around there trying to beat each other in the motherfucking head, at that point somebody needs to just nip it in the bud though. It just needs to be nipped. It really does. It just need to be, you know what, I'm not going to engage with you today because I'm really not feeling it. And just walk off. And somebody like, what do you mean? You kind of say, I need a moment. I don't violate you. So chill out. You get what I'm saying? Just walk the fuck off or whatever the case may be. Instead of going to 10, it's like, let me just sit down. Let me process. Because on the bottom of the deck, yeah, you got the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. Somebody doesn't emotionally want to go within. That's why I said it. This gave me like midlife crisis a long time ago. It really did though. I was like, if somebody's a parent, as a male figure, somebody needs to tap in to see, hey babe, what's going on? Like, you need some flowers, da 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 da. And she's not adjusting with the kids, or he's not adjusting with the kids, but they've been a family type person. You need to be like, hey, what's going on? You pregnant? You get what I'm saying? Or not pregnant, but it's kind of like, what's going on? Your job ain't this. I'm here. You get what I'm saying? Like, somebody needs to do that with the other if they're in a relationship. For some of y'all, it looks like somebody left a relationship to go be with a Jezebel type spirit, because it's something that somebody has to learn karmically. For some of y'all, because of the idea of y'all using magic, y'all meeting a karmic type partner to show you that you necessarily don't have everything it is. For the latter, some of y'all necessarily, you match. And now somebody is saying, I'm sorry. That's why I was like, who the fuck keeps saying I'm sorry? Because if y'all count how many times I said I'm sorry in a reading and y'all watch my readings, I don't say that shit. So I'm just like, who says it? I only say it unless I'm being sarcastic or whatever the case may be. I'm like, who says that shit or whatever the case may be. Anywho, but yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to unpack. Yeah, that was me or whatever the case may be. And two, with shit that's going on, some of y'all probably feel like y'all can't get a word in edgewise. Like, you see how I just had to insert that in there because of my surroundings? Some of y'all probably feel like, well, if I'm having this, I can't even get a word in edgewise. So communication and listening skills is at its finest or whatever the case may be. But it does, Six of Wands, it look like some of y'all are shifting the environment or needs to shift, because the Four of Wands reverse speaks of remake. So some of y'all possibly maybe eliminating certain people, certain friends from y'all life that don't mean you no good. Okay, so let's get you one more. And that's okay though, because as a couple and growing towards the idea of marriage or being together, you have to be comfortable in the sanctity of your union. Conclusions are within reach. Believe in the impossible. I like that though. You are good enough. I like that though. Because some of y'all may be dealing with infidelities and bouncing back or whatever the case may be. And some of y'all for is a Jezebel type spirit that sits up here and gets off on dating people, partners, or whatever the case may be, or keep attracted to it. I think somebody necessarily haven't found out their worth. So over time, the Virgo type energy, the lower vibrational type Virgo energy will constantly adjust and adjust and adjust to everything around them to the point to where they feel like they can take what's necessarily theirs and only to be operating in their shadow. And only to recognize that this is not necessarily what they want and end up having to heal and pay that price for that. So if that was you at once upon a time, operating in your Leo energy, like very egotistical and all these different types of shit, or just it's me, bitch, it's me, and going through these different types of challenges, it's kind of like if you're in a relationship and didn't have those problems, that's the karmic type situation that's healing individually, that doesn't necessarily have to do with your partner. But because you're looking for a union, it's kind of like, or understanding, like that's kind of like, okay, you don't understand, and your partner's like, they probably don't understand. You get what I'm saying? So you got nothing will come of this situation. Necessarily, that doesn't mean that you hear me say like the relationship. It could be necessary, rooted into what you asking about. Like in this deck, though, it depends on. Like you hear me say, if the arguments keep getting too heated, somebody got to know how to say, you know what? I'm gonna just go and tap the fuck out. Like this not getting nowhere. Take time to breathe out, and nothing yet is set in stone. I told you that's a mutable moon. So somebody feels like they constantly have to adjust and adjust and adjust and adjust, or you may be making people adjust and adjust and adjust with the emperor type energy or whatever. Well, you gotta do this and you gotta do this and you gotta do this very like control type thing, and it's kind of like the karmic part of you dating somebody. They like, oh well, no, I don't want to do this and I don't want to do this, so da da da, only for you to recognize that the union would never work because they in a relationship with somebody else. So that's kind of like the fucked up shitty part about it. So that's why divine is like, hey, you are good enough for love that you desire if you just wait. So I'm gonna upload this, you guys. I gotta edit these two together, and that's it though. So somebody come get her, she dancing like a stripper. By the way, all right.